Have you ever wondered if 7-a-side soccer is just a smaller version of the 11-a-side game? Do you coach your U10 players the same way you coach your U15 players? Are the principles the same? Today, we're diving deep into these questions, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding and practical drills to apply immediately. But before we delve in, if you're new here or haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. Let's start by debunking a common myth. 7-a-side is not the same as 11-a-side. The players, the environment, and the game's dynamics are different. And as coaches, it's our responsibility to recognize these differences and tailor our coaching methods accordingly. To complete the puzzle, we must start understanding the players' characteristics and the adequate concepts, seeing how they appear in the game, and after it, we will be ready to create the drills. First, let's take a look at the players and their characteristics during the development stage.
The development stage occurs during the concrete operational stage. This stage occurs in children between 7 and 11 years of age and is characterized by a more logical and systemic approach to thinking. Children in this age have better understanding of the conservation of quantity, number, and mass, and they are less egocentric. They can think logically about concrete events and understand cause and effect relationships.
Understanding the development stage is crucial. Now, what are these concepts? In our APFC course, we've identified 14 essential concepts for young players. These concepts are universal, meaning they apply in all game situations, regardless of the player's age. Roles in soccer vary based on the player's distance from the ball. We have the possessor or first attacker, the second attacker or near teammate, etc. At the development stage, our focus should be on the first and second attackers. Why? Because younger players are typically more aware of their immediate surroundings and less so of distant players. So how do these young players with their unique characteristics tackle problems during a game? It's all about understanding the cause and effect of the individual foundations and the concepts of the first and second roles. For instance, if a teammate is under pressure, the immediate reaction should be to pass the ball. The player can dribble to create a new advantage if there's space. These concepts manifest in what we call basic situations. These are reduced number situations, ranging from 1v1 to 3v3. By the end of the development stage, players should be adept at these basic situations and start understanding sectorial situations, which range from 4v4 to 6v6. And guess what? This aligns perfectly with 7-a-side soccer. The 7-a-side game is a continuous 2v1 scenario, from the goalkeeper splitting the strikers to the center backs playing against the opposing defensive midfielder. It's all about creating and exploiting these 2v1 advantages. Alright coaches, let's dive deeper into the drills that will help us translate these concepts into actionable training sessions for our players. 2x1 wave basic situation. Visualize a rectangular pitch, 2 attackers on one end, eager to cross to the opposite side with a single defender standing in their way. Their mission, cross to the opposite end. But here's the catch, they must decide when to pass and when to dribble based on the defender's actions. Once they make it across, roles reverse, and the game continues in the opposite direction. Coaches, this drill is all about decision making. Encourage your players to communicate, time their passes, and exploit any space the defender leaves open. SSP with space division. Next, we have a field divided into 2 distinct spaces. In the first half, 2 attackers, aided by a neutral player, face off against a lone defender. Their objective? Successfully dribble into the adjacent space, turning their initial 2v1 advantage into a 3v2 scenario, aiming for a goal. But here's a twist. If we allow the defenders to press in the first space, our attackers must quickly discern their best option, to dribble and create space or to find that perfectly timed pass. This drill hones quick decision making and the ability to spot and exploit numerical advantages. 3v3 SSG with a neutral player. Envision compact field goals stationed at each end. It's 3 against 3 but with an added element. A neutral player is always on the attacking team's side. In this case, we provide an open environment where the players must identify and recognize the situations that appear during the game. The SSG provides a quicker changing environment where the players must perceive, identify, and adjust their positioning in a reduced time, making it more challenging. Conditioned game 5 versus 5 plus 1 neutral. Finally, on a larger pitch we have teams of 5 complemented by a neutral player and our trusty goalkeepers. At first glance it might seem like a standard game, but with the neutral player consistently siding with the ball carriers, we're looking at a dynamic 6v5 scenario. Attackers are perpetually challenged, always needing to adjust depending on the defender's actions. And here's where it gets interesting. Introduce zones to guide play or let the game flow organically, compelling players to continuously assess their environment, deciding when to pass, when to dribble, and when to shoot. You can adjust it depending on your player's needs. These drills, coaches, are meticulously designed to mirror the real-world dynamics of 7-a-side soccer. They are your toolkit, bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and on-field application. Implement them, tweak them to your team's needs, and witness the transformation in your players' game, understanding, and execution. In wrapping up, it's clear that 7-a-side isn't merely a downsized version of 11-a-side. It presents its own unique dynamics, challenges, and learning curves. As coaches, we recognize these nuances and adapt our training methods to serve our young players best. By understanding their developmental stage, identifying the game's core concepts, and implementing the drills we've discussed today, we can set our players on a path to true mastery in 7-a-side soccer. If you found this deep dive valuable and want to continue enhancing your coaching skills with us, please hit that subscribe button. Your support helps us create more content like this. Thank you for spending your time with APFC Positional Play today. Keep coaching passionately, stay curious, and we'll see you on the pitch. Until next time.